I think Andreas was probably their shooting guard there, but then they moved him down to bench.
Yeah.
That makes about sense because if you look, it's Andreas has 12 starts, and based on what it looks like it might have been along the lines of it was Andreas was their starter, and then he got a day-to-day, so they brought him down to bench 6 and brought Butler up to the starter, and then because then started doing really well, so they left him in the starter.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Biloxi, what has happened to you?
I think it's safe to say we can just ignore Carol's stats.
Carol Quinones, yep. I believe she's their rookie for the year.
I can tell you real quick, Carol is not a rookie, I don't think. Oh, yeah, she is. Never mind. Carol is, yeah. Carol's a rookie.
One definitely also concerning thing is look at the PPR stats.
I'm afraid to even
Ouch.
look.
Aragon's doing good, 11. The next highest is Andreas at 3. Well, I guess
and the one below that is Admiral May.
Lee Evans is 3.7.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that is sad.
That is painful.
So that means
3.7 from who was that? 11 Lee Evans, not too bad, but everyone else though, my God.
And he has 24 turnovers too, so it's like if he ever gets injured, not only is the team's not going to get probably a lot of their points are just going to tank because they don't have anyone that's capable of doing much assist.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Kento says Carol and Andreas are their rookies.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at Biloxi's page right now, so that's how I know all this.
Yeah.
Jarrett has
I'm
really
looking
good
too,
offensive rating, but he's the only one that has a really good one. A lot of them are a lot of decent above average.
Carol, you say?
Jarrett, Jan, Carol and Andreas are the rookies, but Jarrett Van Pretorius is the only one that's plus 120 on his offensive rating. Granted, I think this is a defense-oriented team because we do have a lot of players in the 90s. So I almost wonder if maybe this is a team that's doing a lot of 1-1. Because they have some offense, some defense, but it's not great defense or great offense.
Yeah. That is entirely possible.
Also, you were talking about Garrett a moment, though. He's on a 7-day injury list for a strained back.
Okay, that's why he's sitting in deep reserves right now.
Yeah, that's why he's in deep reserves right now.
So he would normally be in Lee Evans' place, probably, at the starting power forward.
Probably, yeah. Also, Brandon Dreyfus is also out with a strained knee for 7 days also. So, technically 6 days. So they got 2 players. They currently have 2 players right now that are injured, and also, yeah.
Okay.
I think we already covered pretty much everyone who's on the injury list so far, except for the Eagle in Texas. Scree waves an American flag on his cast still.
I think a good thing this team probably needs is a lot more. So are they flexing their starters a lot? Because you don't have anyone on this team that's really over. You only have 3 people over 500 minutes.
They're mainly flexing their stars, I guess.
Well, the ones that have had the most starts are Andreas, Aragon.
I guess Craig is the only one who has started every game.
Yeah, Tanya got taken off
actually,
for
Aragon
a while there.
Started every game too.
Didn't Tanya get an injury also?
No, I don't think so.
I can look here real quick.
I usually know if she's gotten an injury.
She has played all 20 games. So if she's gotten injured,
Yeah, no, I don't see her injured anywhere.
No, I think they just, for whatever reason, they took her off the starting line for 6 games there. I remember her tweeting about it, being very pissed off about it.
Yeah, I think Biloxi's been one of the teams that been really good this year. They haven't suffered any really big major injuries like we've been seeing for like 60 or 30 game day injuries or 15 or so.
Yeah.
Which just might be they're playing it very safe.
Yeah, if they're playing it 1-1, they're probably not going to get a lot of injuries. Or 1-1.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, they're probably playing it safe. And it's probably a good thing. It's still weird to see so many low field goal percentages on a team, but
yeah, one thing I would kind of recommend for them, do what Hawaii's doing with Gary Cross, I believe, and put Bobby on the reserves and let him finish out his final year just shouting orders from the bench or
is
the
this
reserves.
Bobby's final year?
It might be because
Yes,
he's an old player.
Well, this is his final year for this contract.
Yeah, final year for this contract, and he's also an old player too. He's been around for quite a while. I'm looking him up right now. He's been around since 2003. So yeah, he's been around for 13 years.
If he's still contributing, I don't think there's a reason for them to do that.
Biloxi is currently running a 1-2, but don't have any quarters that's aggressive.
Okay.
So they're slightly more defense-oriented than offense-oriented, but because a lot of teams will do like 2-0 or 0-2 and then have like a couple quarters that aggressive. Their team, they're just doing however, looking at that, I don't think equalized. They have everything set to equalized. And I don't think they have good enough bench for equalized. I think they should maybe switch over to normal for their quarter thing. Because equalized, you're trying to give all your people as much time as you can.
Which would be why we're seeing a lot of players with similar amounts of minutes on this team.
Yeah. Normal, it's the stars get slightly more, bench 1 to 3 get slightly more, and bench 4 through 7 get slightly less.
Yeah.
And like I think they might want to do that.
You know, like I was saying for Bobby Heron, his points per game, not a lot. His offensive rating is ick. His defensive rating's not too bad.
His defensive rating's pretty good.
Yeah, but everything else, if you look all the way back, it's all red, and he has a negative 2.3 PPR. So
his PER is 11.26.
Well, keep in mind, PPR is only really important if you're talking about point guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at his PER, he's 11.26.
Yeah. PER is another matter, but PPR is only mainly how well are they at the point guard. So anyone that's not trying to be a point guard.
It is something for the team to consider, letting Bobby finish out his last year in the deep reserves, just making a year of easy money.
Reserve or deep reserve.
They've got a deep reserve. They've got a lot of younger players there that they could be playing. Josh Green is not a rookie, and he hasn't gotten a lot of minutes this season.
Yeah, Josh Green, Brandon Drivas is still youngish and can still play.
Carol Quinones and their other...
Garrett, Ryan Thatcher, Admiral May, Michael Porter. Do I need to name any more people that could probably play slightly better than Bobby right now? No offense to the guy and the creator.
Well, he's getting up there.
Or whoever's playing him right now. Yeah, like I said, 13 years, so...
Yeah. So I mean, it's something to consider.
Hey, he is bad. It's just... He's old. He's well old. Past his prime, so it's...
Yep.
Yeah.
He can still bark orders and still be a captain, but he can make easy money.
He can still be there if you need him. It's just, if you've got a player that can do it better, move him down, because he's old.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, or trying to say at any rate. Yeah. If you got a player who can play better than him, do it. In the meantime, though, let him just sit back and make easy money.
Though right now they don't have a lot of options because they've got 2 players out on injury.
Yeah.
So for now, they're probably just as well off leaving it as it is.
Do we have any other suggestions for... Oh, right.
Yeah. Gotta write them down, actually. I think we pretty much covered Biloxi from head to toe.
Okay, time for Williamsburg.
The Minute Women.
First assessment, they were 4-5. Since then, they have gone 7-4.
Not bad.
Not bad. Pretty good. Couple of bad turnover numbers, but not too
Both
terrible.
on their guards.
Which isn't good. Because like a high turnover on like a center or a big fur would be a little more forgivable than having it happening on your guards, right?
And they're starting 2 guards too, Vera Latier and Crystal Davis. Holy God.
Yep. And
Girls,
Vera,
what are
even
you
still, Vera has a 14.6 PPR.
Wow, that's one of the highest we've seen.
Good Foxy.
Yeah, I think she's one of the top 5 point guards in the league.
Yeah, Leonard would be very happy.
We've got another team with very focused field goal percentages again, mainly in the starters as far as I can tell. 5 green players out of the whole team, and I'm pretty sure those are all their starting players.
And their offensive and defensive ratings are pretty well balanced from the look of things.
I'm betting they're probably playing a balanced game.
No, I'm looking at their PR. They're playing more offensive than defensive. Defensive, they're not terrible, but they're not great either. They're mainly all average on defense.
On a higher offense, then that'll affect their defense rating as well, right?
Yeah.
Williamsburg is also running a 1-2.
Okay.
With no aggressive. So they're also running a 1-2, so I don't know if this is a recent change. If they're running a 1-2, unless it says a recent change.
I was going to say, if they're running a 1-2, that defensive rating
is really bad.
Quite right.
Ooh.
The offensive rating is probably good, but the defensive rating isn't great. I don't think Sam's around to comment.
No, he's not. But their highest offensive is surprisingly Donnell Macon.
They're running a 1-1.
Okay, so this is a fairly new.
Well, actually, that's the 18th of November. This is a team that hasn't really. Okay, November 28th, they were a 1-2. So for this month, they've been running a 1-2.
Okay, so that would be enough, probably enough games by now to affect the stats, right?
Ideally, yes. So their defense really isn't as high as it really should be.
So in that case, they're probably better off not running a defensive game. But then again, looking at the field goal percentages, I don't know if they can
keep in mind,
running an offensive game.
Their defense is running a 1-2.
Yeah.
So I think they should maybe focus their boosts on maybe trying to get some more of like their bigs, getting some of the defensive rebounding and block and post defense and perimeter defense of their players. Maybe focus those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Donnell Macon right now, and I'm just kind of laughing at his stats. 144 offensive rating. Defense is 97.7, which ain't too bad.
Where's Leonard Mack's stats?
And get this, Donnell is playing on the reserves.
The Macon brothers, though, I'm not surprised.
Yep. But still, big, tall Donnell.
Yeah, but they've also got Timothy Svengard in there ready to come in behind Rebecca.
I know.
And
who is someone who seems to only do well as starter. It's sort of a weird thing for him. It's like, okay, he did beginning of the season, it's like, okay, he show up, do 9 minutes, and do like nothing with that time, which is part of the reason why his PR and offensive rating is that time. You might do like one shot and maybe make it, maybe miss.
Yeah.
And probably, then they put him on starter, and then he was doing average. He wasn't doing great, but he was doing average. And then after